So yeah, Gaturi here. Leo Tunapika is the question. I'm so happy to finally be doing this. So this is my first YouTube video, so yay! Anyway, so today we're going to make something exciting. I know we all love nibbling on samosas. They are the perfect finger foods, but you always wonder, how do I make the pockets? So today we answer that question. We're going to make samosa pockets. So for the ingredients, we'll need all-purpose flour, some salt. We'll need lime juice. You're wondering lime juice. I'll let you know why. We'll need some oil and extra flour for dusting, and we'll also need some water. So let's get started. So now, if you're wondering the measurements for this recipe, just check leotunapika.com. I've left the direct link to the recipe. So taking the flour, I'll mix it with the salt. So this is 2 cups flour, then I add water. Just has to be room temp, tap water, whatever water you use for drinking. It doesn't have to be warm or cold. Yeah, so you just mix, you get it combined. So the gist here is to just get the flour and the water combined, then we'll get our hands dirty and get in there and knead the dough. So now, the lime juice helps in making the samosa, when you deep fry them, not to have tiny pimples. So the lime juice apparently helps. It's something I discovered not so long ago. So yeah, now when you realize the dough is getting a little bit sticky, now that's when you get in the hands. This flour will help when I feel it's too sticky. Sometimes you end up using the flour, sometimes you don't. So I'll turn it out to my clean bowl, on my clean bowl surface, sorry. Then I get to kneading. So kneading is just working the dough with the heel of your palm, stretching and working it with the heel and ensuring you knead together to get a soft, pliable dough. So, the secret to knowing that your dough is kneaded enough or well on its way, first of all, it won't be sticking in your hands and the dough will feel pliable. Pliable meaning it will feel a bit stretchy. By touching it, you'll feel good. Do I even make sense? Anyway, so you keep kneading. As you can see now, my dough is ready. It doesn't have to be worked out so much because we're not trying to make bread or chapati. We're just trying to make samosa pockets. So now I'll take my dough, cover it with a little oil, and then we'll get to making the pockets. I'll show you the step by step. So now we've done the dough. The next part now is working to make the pocket. So first thing, if you use a very heavy skillet, get it heated. So my skillet is already starting to get heated because from here we'll move very fast. And here, this is what we'll need. Flour, oil, and to make my work easier, I'm using a brush. I'll show you what it's for, and of course the rolling pin to roll out the dough. So now, using my dough scraper, you can use a knife. You divide the dough into 4 equal parts. Try your best to make them equal. Then I'll put them here. If you have a clean kitchen towel, you can cover them so that the dough doesn't dry out. Then take one of the pieces of dough, roll it into a barrel. Then once you roll it into a barrel, just using the same dough scraper or knife, cut it into 3 equal parts. So now I have 3 equal parts, which I'm going to roll out into small discs. So like this. Then it's always good to lightly dust your surface so that nothing sticks. So I put the small disc, roll it out. So this is the trick of making the samosas. It may look tedious, but one moves very fast with enough practice, and enough practice would be 2 takes. So I roll out into small discs. I'll work in sections of 3. So just roll it out. Try your best to make it like a perfect, not like a perfect circle. Don't be too hard on yourself if it doesn't come out perfect the first time. It's okay. So that's disc number 2. And the final one, roll it out. So now here comes the fun part. You take your first disc, make sure your surface is well dusted. Then using a brush or even your finger, dip into the oil. This is vegetable oil. Brush your disc nicely. Make sure all the edges, two circles have edges anyway. Make sure all the arcs are greased. Then take a little bit of the flour and then sprinkle. So once you do that, we want to layer these 3 discs in a way that the oil will create a film such that we'll be able to pull them apart. So you take the next disc, lay it on top of the first one, take the brush again with the oil, brush, ensure you coat it completely. Then once more, take the flour, dust it, dust it, dust it. And then the final one. When you become a professional at this, you could even do 5 discs at a go. And then dust at the top, so it's like this. When it's like this, now the fun part. We're going to roll it out further so that you make it thinner. But ensure your rolling pin is well dusted. So roll it out, keep turning, rolling it out. So you want to roll it as thinly as possible, so that even the pockets will be sort of translucent. They won't be so thick. So you roll it out thinly. Keep turning to ensure at least you maintain a spherical shape. So yeah, till you get to a point where you feel that you've rolled it out to the maximum, as I'm feeling now. Now remember those discs we had made, the way they were so tiny? Look at now the shape. So now once you roll it out like this and your pan is hot, you'll put it on the pan for it to dry out a bit so that you can be able to pull them apart. For this part, you don't need to oil your pan. You'll just use the pan as it is. The trick here is to ensure the pan is very hot. When you're rolling out, keep in mind the size of your pan, because you may go too far and then it ends up spilling over the pan and you don't want that. So you take your rolled out and then you put it on a hot pan. Place it on the pan. So the idea is to just let it dry out a bit. Keep turning. You'll see some air bubbles forming, which is good. Some air pockets, not really bubbles, which is good. So you keep turning. We don't want to cook it, we just want to dry it a bit. So once it's off the heat, wait for it to cool for a few seconds. Then you attempt to pull apart the layers. Try to be as gentle as possible and don't worry if it tears. You're just starting. So even for me, sometimes it does tear, so you just move along. So you look for an edge and try to pull it apart. So I found a place. So gently separate the first layer from the other two. Try to do it extremely gentle. To be extremely gentle. Ta-da! Yay! So yeah, the first one, and then now trying to get the second one out. Key again is to be very gentle. Try your best not to rip or tear. Woohoo! Yeah, we've done it. So yeah. And that is how you make samosa pockets. So the next you'll half them and then you'll fill them with your filling of choice. So now once you've pulled them all apart, I try to arrange them in size. So these ones are the sort of bigger ones compared to this ones. And then using your knife, half them. So try your best to cut them in half. And the same case for this one. So in case you encounter any that are torn, don't throw them away. They'll come in handy when you're frying up your samosas. You'll fry them up as bitings. I usually call them crackers. So anyway, So that is it, and we have our samosa pockets. So guys, you have no reason not to try this at home. Just keep in mind patience and practice. Thank you again. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.